Yesterday was a cool day. Sunday at the Masters, the playoff, the first Australian to win the Masters, all that while playing the Sunday Million. Now that's an awesome Sunday. 7,861 players did just that, and this is a look at our final 9. You will recognize the player at the top of the leaderboard right now. That is gbmantis, making his 3rd Sunday Million final table. He has yet to win one. Can he close the deal today? We're going to jump ahead to hand number 16. Welcome to the Sunday Million Highlight Show. I'm David Tuckman. Blinds are 200,000, 400,000. We do have an Australian at the table. That is the player acting right now with the iisZet of diamonds. That is TheCangorous from Sydney. Not going to play the iisZet. GB, he's going to raise. It looks like he is dominating this table. Hand 17, being very aggressive. You've got a couple of short stacks, and it always creates an interesting dynamic when you have an experienced, talented player who is the chip leader and an overwhelming chip leader and a few short stacks because everybody else is waiting for somebody to get knocked out. Zuza 20. Going to just call with the ace-king. Wow. What a flop. gbmantis. Flops the joint. He flops the flush. You can see the percentages. Zuza 20. Only a 4% chance of winning this hand. Needs running cards. He's going to check. gbmantis puts out 500,000. Gets called by Zuza 20. Pot now 3.44 million. Zuza 20 now drawing dead. He checks one more time. $800,000 this time from gbmantis. Back over to Zuza 20. A call. Pot over 5 million now. 10 of clubs on the river. Just a question of how much can gbmantis get. He'll have over 30 million chips at the end of this hand. And as you can take a look here, we have a few players very, very short stacked. iisZet at 4.2 million. Willis 59 at 3.1 million. Cryboy 89 at 2.7 million. And the pay discrepancy between 9th and 6th, we're talking about a $35,000 difference. All of these players very aware of that. Nobody wants to get knocked out in 9th. Willis 59 all in for 2.9 million. Cryboy to his left with the 9s. And this is ICM at its best. Cryboy 89 doesn't want to get knocked out. Hoping somebody else can knock out Willis 59. And he's going to let the 9s go. So the 20 not going to play this. And it's going to get to iisZet 1924, one of the other short stacks. He's got jacks. I don't think he can fold this. And he does move all in. Both players with under 10 big blinds. Pretty standard shove with the ace-queen. And obviously, a very standard call with the jacks. Pot is 6.8 million chips. Willis 59 is at risk. But he hits a queen right out of the gate. Queen 7-10. 2 spades out there. 8 of diamonds on the turn. iisZet needs a 9 or a jack. 3 of hearts, not going to do it. Willis 59 doubles up to 6.8 million. iisZet with just over 1 big blind. And if you thought the players were playing it cautiously before, well, you haven't seen anything yet. None of the players at this table will take a chance until iisZet 1924 either doubles up a couple of times or is knocked out. gbmantis up to 36 million. absolutely dominating this final table. iBert 1924, all in with the King 8 of clubs for his last 464,000. Now, this is an interesting situation. You wonder, is NeverMoreCD from the Russian Federation going to raise over the top to isolate? Yep, there's the small raise. TheCangorous, Queen Jack. He's going to let it go. gbmantis. Going to fold. And over to Willis 59. And if I'm Willis 59, I'm not afraid to move all in here. And he's going to call. And you can see that iBert's 1924's equity is actually pretty good. Well, not so good anymore. Ace, King, 5, 2 diamonds out there. iBert with a pair of kings. Pretty ugly flop for Willis 59. Main pot is 1.9 million. Side pot 1.4 million. Goes check, check. Turns a club. Interesting card. iBert now needs a king, an 8, or a club to survive. Willis 59 needs a jack or a 10 that's not a club. Nevermore is going to bet 1.2 million. Willis 59 gives it up. And the river's the 6 of spades, and that is going to eliminate iBert 1924 in 9th place. From Athens, Greece, he'll take home $12,184, and we are down to 8 players. Cryboy 89, our short stack. Blinds are now 250,000, 500,000. gbmantis up to 39 million. gbmantis has more chips than the remaining 7 players. LFCRED, going to raise with 10s. Zuzza, 20. Going to call. And this is a great spot for Nevermore. Players at the table might think it's a squeeze, but obviously we can see that he's got the goods. And he's going to raise. He makes it 3 million. 3-bet to 3 million. And sometimes when a player that's not that deep doesn't move all in and instead actually raises, it can look stronger. It's weird, but sometimes the best way to get action on your kings is to actually move all in. Willis 59 gets out of the way. Back over to LFCRED. And at this point, he has to realize he has no fold equity. Moving all in, there's no chance of winning the pot without going to showdown. And LFCRED is going to give it up. Can't imagine Zuzza 20 making this call. And NeverMoreCD is going to take that one down. He's up to 10.5 million chips. Hand 32. Approximately 70 million chips in play. And gbmantis with more than 50% of them. A raise from NeverMoreCD. Would not shock me at all if gbmantis 3-bet this. He can put so much pressure on everybody at this table, especially, once again, when there are short stacks. There's a 3-bet. Willis 59 folds over to Cryboy, and it's a great spot for Cryboy. He is short stacked, doesn't have a ton to lose, and he's picked up queens. And this is a spot where he's going to have to gamble. Moves all in. iisZet folds. Back over to Nevermore. Can't imagine him getting involved. He folds. Pot is 5.5 million. Cryboy 89 at risk. Well, Nevermore would have flopped top 2 pair. gbmantis needs a king on the river to eliminate Cryboy. It's not going to happen. 3 of spades on the river, and Cryboy 89 basically triples up to $5.5 million. Zooza 20 all in for $6.6 million. Wow. Maybe feeling the pressure. Moves all in with Queen 9. I don't think anybody can call him until the big blind, and that goes to LFCRED. Once again, Zooza 20 from Switzerland. He came to the final table with tons of chips, well over 10 million. Lost a fairly sizable pot to gbmantis with ace-king, and has dwindled down to 6.6 million, feeling the pressure with only 13 big blinds, and has now put, well, he did put his tournament life on the line. He's going to get called by LFCRED. I cannot imagine this being a fold. Nope, LFCRED does call. Zooza 20 not all in. He has 1.4 million chips behind. LFCRED at risk. And there's the king. King 5-5, only one club out there. An awful flop for Zooza 20, and he is now drawing dead. Severely short-stacked with 1.4 million. He'll have under 3 big blinds when we come back. Now, every single week, players make life-changing money here on the Sunday Million, and if you want to play in this tournament for free, we give you that opportunity. But you need the password, and that's coming later.
Rafa Nadal, 11-time Grand Slam champion. Versus Lucia Arroyo. In the town pillow fight of 2009, she was runner-up. We are competition anytime. We are poker.
Hello and welcome back to the Sunday Million Highlights Show. I'm David Tuckman, but it's gbmantis' world. We just live in it. Zooza 20, our short stack at hand 33. We're going to jump ahead 14 hands and in the process lose Zooza 20 from Switzerland. He'll take home $18,000 and we are left with our final 7. Blinds are now 300,000, 600,000. gbmantis at 45.9 million. Action on Nevermore. Now, the interesting thing is, anything but first place would be a disappointment for gbmantis. But the remaining players could literally finish anywhere from 2nd to 7th. Action on TheCangorous from Australia with the ace-7 of clubs, and he's going to move all in for his last 2.2 million. He is the short stack. GB with 46 million and ace-queen, and he's all in. And when he puts all his chips in the pot, it is so difficult to call. You need such a strong hand to call here because you know if you lose, you're out. Nobody's going to call here. TheCangorous with the ace-7 against gbmantis' ace-queen. TheCangorous up against it, at risk. Pot is 5.7 million chips. Boom, there's a flop. Ace, 7, 10, 2 pair for TheCangorous. In good shape, double up, no more. A queen on the turn, and GB takes the lead. The river's another queen, and gbmantis up to nearly 50 million chips. TheCangorous from Sydney, Australia, gone in 7th. $31,444 richer. We are down to just 6 players. Blind still 300,000, 600,000. Got some Broadway cards here. And of course, on the button, LFCRED with the aces. Like a snake waiting in the bushes. Willis not going to play. Cryboy with only 5 big blinds. Might see a shove. There is the shove from Cryboy. That'll get rid of iisZet. LFCRED obviously going to move in over the top. No reason to get tricky here. He moves all in. The blinds will fold, and it'll be Cryboy 89 from the Russian Federation at risk. Pot 7.3 million chips. Eight, 6, 3, 2 spades out there. Nothing there for Cryboy. Needs a 10 now on the river. One time. Not this time. 6 of hearts on the river, and that eliminates Cryboy 89 in 6th place from Moscow. He'll take home $47,166, and we are down to just 5. No deal has been made, and I don't expect a deal to be made. Nevermore on the button with ace-jack. Fairly easy shove, and obviously gbmantis, a standard call with 7s. He's going to move all in. Willis 59 wasn't going to call either way. Nevermore's tournament life on the line. Pot is 8.7 million chips, and here it is. Flop all spades, 7 still in the lead. Nevermore does not have a spade in his hand, so he needs an ace or a jack that's not a spade. 6 of spades will eliminate NeverMoreCD in 5th place. From the Russian Federation, he'll take home $62,888. Well, we started with 7,861 players. We are down to our final 4. Willis 59 on the button with queens. He's only got 8 big blinds. You expect the shove here. He's going to raise. He's going to make it 2x. A little bit unorthodox. LFCRED moves all in. Maybe thinking he's got fold equity. Willis 59 sets the trap. LFCRED walks into it. And you can see that Willis 59 is a 2-to-1 favorite to win the hand and double up. Pot just over 10 million chips. And there's a set of queens. King, Queen, 4. Willis 59 in great shape. 9 of spades on the turn. And Willis 59 will double up to 10.1 million. Now, who knows? Maybe if Willis 59 shoves all in, he gets called anyway. Interesting play there. Move on to hand 60. LFCRED with the Queen 7. Nope, not going to play. gbmantis on the button with Queen Jack. Expect the shove. Yep, he moves all his chips in the pot. Telling his opponents, if you want to play, it's for your tournament life. And Willis 59 says, I'm game. I got ace-jack. I got 7.6 million chips. Let's do it. Pot just over 16 million chips. Both players flop their jack. Willis 59 still in the lead. gbmantis open-ended. Looking for a 9 or an ace on the river. Queen's not going to do it. That gives Willis 59 a straight and 16 million chips to boot. Am I the only one who imagines that Willis 59 is some 64-year-old dude hanging out in the UK, smoking a pipe, playing online poker, looking outside at the rainy day, hoping to win his first Sunday million? Well, maybe not. LFCRED's going to raise here. Lucky for him, he didn't move all in because we get the 3-bet from gbmantis. Willis 59, I don't see how he gets away from this one. Nope, he's all in for 18.8 million. Back over to LFCRED, and he's got a very good hand four-handed, but when you get a 3-bet and a 4-bet, it's fairly easy to fold king-queen. He folds. Back over to gbmantis. Obviously, he makes the call. Pot just about 40 million chips, and gbmantis in great shape to eliminate Willis 59. We saw that one queen was already dead. Willis 59 looking for the lone remaining queen, and it's not there yet. 9-4-4. 5 of hearts on the turn. Only a queen will save Willis 59. And that, my friends, is not a queen. Jack of hearts on the river. Willis 59. A great effort. Ends in 4th place. From Billingham, he takes home $79,000. And we are down to just 3. GB with 65 million chips. Come and get him if you want him, boys. He moves all in on the button. iisZet going to move all in as well for $6.5 million. LFCRED gets out of the way. And you can see that iisZet about a 2-to-1 favorite to win this hand and double up. LFCRED certainly hoping that gbmantis wins this pot. There's a $55,000 difference between second and third. A 10 on the turn gives GB the lead. iisZet needs an ace, a jack, or a queen on the river. 4 spades not going to help him. And iisZet from Finland will pocket $117,000 for his third place efforts.
We are anticipation. Committed. Anonymous. Focused. Holding it in. We are poker.
Welcome back to the Sunday Million. If this is what you were waiting for, here it is. The password is Queenstown. That's right. Get in on the action. Online poker show free roll. And maybe Nick or myself will be talking about you next week. Hand 77, this is what it looked like. gbmantis with an overwhelming chip lead over LFCRED. I don't think there was any doubt that GB was going to be here. We knew that from the start. It was just a question of who he was going to be battling against. This is the third time that gbmantis has made a Sunday Million final table. He has never finished higher than third. He has a third place finish, a fourth place finish, and now at least a second place finish. This could be the hand right here. King Queen against Ace Queen. 6 high flop. LFCRED still in the lead. 3 of diamonds changes nothing. Only a king will end this tournament. That's not going to do it, and LFCRED doubles up to $12.9 million. Still has a lot of work to do. About a 5.5 to 1 chip disadvantage for LFCRED. And this time it's Ace-Queen against 3s. And once again, I expect all the chips to go in. LFCRED all in. gbmantis makes the call. Pot is 24 million chips. Can the 3s hold up? And a set of 3s. Do you believe in miracles? Can LFCRED do it? A jack would end it. Not going to be. A full house for LFCRED, and he's up to 24 million. So 2 double ups later, and suddenly we've got a match. One more double up, and LFCRED is actually our chip leader. Game on. Got a raise on the button. gbmantis makes the call. Queen 7-6. Neither player with a pair. LFCRED has a gut shot. GB with jack high. You get a bet with 10 high. A check raise with jack high. LF is going to make the call, though. A jack on the turn. And you can see that GB, a huge favorite to win this one. LFCRED, now open-ended, needs an 8 or a king. Goes check, check. Deuce of spades on the river. GB once again checking. This would be a bad spot to bluff if you're LFCRED. No way a bluff works here after checking back the turn. He's going to bet 6.4 million, and I just don't see any chance that GB folds. Nope, there's the call. Pot 28.9 million, and LFCRED back below 20 million chips. We're going to jump ahead, and the Swede is now at 12.8 million chips at hand 143. On the button with jacks, GB makes it 2 million. LFCRED, gonna move all in. GB is gonna call this every single day of the week and twice on Sundays. Nearly $28 million in the pot. GB in great shape to win the pot and the tournament right here. LFCRED needs a king. Ace of spades, no help. Only a king will save LFCRED. And the fat lady has sung. The 8 of hearts on the river. LFCRED finishes in second place. From Sweden, he'll take home $172,000. But our champion, one of the most dominating performances I have ever seen at a Sunday Million final table, gbmantis, adds a Sunday Million title to his incredibly impressive poker resume. He has made a W Coupe final table, a Scoop final table, and this is now his third Sunday Million final table. He caps it all off with a title and a $235,000 payday. The Spring Championship of Online Poker is right around the corner, and as always, the highlights will be here on PokerStars.tv. Until next time, I'm David Tuckman. Reach for the stars.